I don't know what Saturday Night Live was thinking when they decided to post this spoof of the Try Guys situation, because a lot of people think it was really poor in taste. Last night, Saturday Night Live decided it'd be a good idea to make a parody about the whole entire situation that's been going on with the Try Guys. If you've been on the internet over the last week, you're probably up to date with the whole Try Guys situation. And if you aren't, I'll leave a recap video in the description. On Saturday night, Saturday Night Live posted on their Twitter mimicking the tweet that the Try Guys initially posted when posting their first response video to the situation. SNL captioned their tweet, "What happened?" And they pretty much tried making a skit and tried to be funny about the situation. So to start off this video, they had three people kind of mock the way Eugene, Zach, and Keith were presenting themselves in their original video. Obviously, when the Try Guys posted their videos, it was very authentic and they really got emotional speaking about the situation towards the end. But Saturday Night Live decided to not only make a skit out of the situation, but what many people thought was downplay the situation. People thought this comedy skit was so tasteless, out of touch with reality, and that they didn't get the real memo behind the severity of the situation.
I'm trying to understand why this story is such a scandal. Was this affair non-consensual?
No, worse. He committed the heinous act of having a consensual kiss and not telling us, his friends.
I'm sorry, why is that heinous?
Well, you have to remember the power dynamics, Laura. He's a Try Guy and she's a food baby.
Right, yeah.
Well, we've conducted an internal review with a team of HR professionals and are no longer working with white guy, wife guy, Try Guy Ned. I don't know what else to say. He has to pay.
Okay, wow. So the full story is that your friend had a side chick and you fired him?
Yes, we had no choice, and we hope he is somewhere on his back, in his brain and belly.
You have to remember, Laura, the side chick was a food baby.
Yeah, you keep saying that. What is a food baby?
We are facing, our editors are working around the clock to remove any trace of Ned from past Try Guys content.
Look at me. This is the face of grief.
No, it's not.
It is, though. And just FYI, we are still going to be releasing some previously filmed branded videos. So yeah, you might see Ned in Sweet Green Presents the Try Guys Try Salad with bugs on top.
And it will still be amazeballs. But it will also be sad balls. We're all processing this horrific and probably tragedy.
People just weren't here with the way they were mocking the situation, and even going as far as to copying the wardrobes of Keith, Eugene, and Zach, as well as mimicking the way they were posed in their original video. As I mentioned, this is a very serious situation. Legal action has been taken from this whole situation, and it's just been a roller coaster for the Try Guys. They didn't even have to speak out about this, and to see that a huge show like SNL is spoofing the situation was not a good look for SNL when they decided to air this out. Shortly after SNL had released this video, Keith's wife, Becky, tweeted out something very interesting. Anyone remember the tripod episode where he talks about his Yale friend who writes for SNL, asking for a friend? Now, in this tweet, Becky was insinuating that Ned had a Yale friend who writes for SNL, and thus people thought that Ned had a connect with SNL to possibly help write this script and have it presented in the way it was.
A friend of mine's a writer and he just had a newborn.
Oh my God, that's wild.
I don't know how he's surviving. He's like got a newborn baby and he's a writer on SNL.
Even Eugene responded to Becky's tweet saying, "Oh my." Who knows if Ned really had his friend help SNL write this skit, since it was making fun of the rest of the Try Guys, but here's what many people had to say about the whole entire skit all around. Ned's affair was much more than a consensual kiss, and the guys weren't mad because he didn't tell them. They were mad because it's a workplace violation to have any sort of relations with a subordinate of yours, and he opened the whole company up to potential lawsuits. Right? I know they are trying to turn a bad situation into comedy like they always do, but they are missing the entire point here. It was way more than a consensual work relationship, and there are still people actively involved and hurting. You really just make a mockery of inappropriate relationship between an employer and subordinate. A room of writers really sat there and thought this was funny. If you don't understand the situation, don't make jokes about it, especially when the people you're joking about have already made all the jokes about it and did it 10 times better. This was not funny at all. I can see 100 different ways you could have made this funny without belittling the real problem that the Try Guys very well handled. I usually love the spoofs, but this was pretty tasteless and making light of something that put their company at risk. Boss plus subordinate equals workplace no-no. Plus, he's married and his wife is their friend too. Just when I thought SNL couldn't get worse, it did. Skits are awful this season. Y'all making fun of power dynamics in a workplace affair? So disrespectful. Oh, so you support men who cheat on their wives with their employees, which then affected the careers and reputations of everyone associated with the company? Figured. Yep, because it was consensual, because that makes it all better. Clearly, this sketch was written by men. So finally, some men handle an inappropriate workplace relationship correctly, and this is the response? What's wrong with you all? Right? It's so weird coming from SNL. Like, I get it and I love SNL, but also people need to understand he was the boss and she was an employee. It's a big power dynamic. They did the right thing and got rid of Ned. Yeah, there are ways to say why should this matter to the greater public without making it seem like they were overreacting. They've done it before, I don't know. SNL is in their transition phase again and it sucks. Saying they were overreacting for firing Ned when it is so rare for men to face the consequences of their actions in the entertainment industry, if anything, can we please stop downplaying it as just a simple cheating scandal? Ned Fulmer was her boss. This was a power imbalance, and companies like SNL are just twisting the narrative for laughs. It's just stupid and unfair to the remaining Try Guys as they fight. Anyways guys, I definitely want to know what you guys think about SNL's take on this whole Try Guys situation. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.